My name is Gillmer and I am Artistic Director of Alaska Dance Theater.
My name is Dubraskha and I am Ballet Mistress and Company Manager of Alaska Dance Theater.
I am originally from Venezuela and have been here in the United States for about 10 years.
I am originally from Caracas, Venezuela.
Well, I was working in Venezuela and as a dancer, I was working with a national ballet company of about 40 dancers. We were doing tremendous productions in one of the most important theaters in Latin America. Still, being a ballet dancer in a country like Venezuela was challenging, in order to make ends meet. I talked to Dubraskha and I said, look, I think it's important for us to start looking for different opportunities and different horizons. So I applied for a tourist visa and then it got approved, and I spent some time here with friends and decided to audition for a company. Once I auditioned for the company, the director of the company said, look, I think I like the work that you're doing, and let's see what happens. So let's apply for a visa, and if the visa goes through, we can start working. And that's exactly what happened. After a month, with my credentials, we applied for the visa, and I started to work with a company in Tulsa, Oklahoma.
We applied for O1 visa, Outstanding Ability visas, and they got approved after going through a process. So the way things work is that you have to prove that you are good enough to get the visa. So you have to go through certain requirements, and when we submit the application for the first time, we got requests for evidence. That means that you need to prove to them, you need more evidence to prove that you are good enough to be here and to get the visa.
The person that are in charge of evaluating those credentials, sometimes they don't know the dance field. They don't understand how the dance field work, and then even if I say that I was working with Baryshnikov, I say, okay, and now tell us again what you were working with. So it's a very uncomfortable situation when you feel like you're coming to a country to do your best in order to be part of a society that represents freedom and values and hard working. So once the contract was due, well, I started to audition in other companies, and my wife and I got hired by another company, and our visas were renewed. But within that process, we couldn't work, or we couldn't set up any auditions. So I even at some points I had to donate plasma in order to make ends meet, and kind of getting about $25 2 times a week for about 2 or 3 months just to wait for that period, and that was the only thing that we could do.
And they start asking you for more evidence and letting you know that you are not good enough to be in their country. When you hear that for 10 years, you stop believing in yourself. You stop believing that you're good. You stop believing that you are bringing something to this community and to the people. I didn't feel like an artist anymore.
Dear Senator Murkowski and Begich, I urge you to support a more comprehensive immigration reform.